What's up, guys? Matthew, getting ready to watch the 8th episode of the 3rd season of The Sopranos. Got some news. A little further back than we would have thought or we would have wanted, but we've got the exact episode dates. We'll be back for season 3, episode 11. Okay. Scheduling has been an issue, but we promise you after that, we're going to be all good. We're going to be able to give you consistent episodes. And no off days or anything like that. We'll be able to hit the deadlines. So, getting into this episode, I'm excited for it. I've been loving this season. I think that I don't know if I like it more in season 2. In fact, I don't know if I like it more in season 1 so far. But I have really been enjoying this season. I've been loving the character arcs, the character studies. I don't want to yap for too long at the beginning of the episode, but I think that this show, as I've spoken about numerous times on this channel, when it comes to characters and writing complex, gray characters, complex, I really think that this show takes the cake for it, especially upon the first watch. So I'm excited to see what they do with this one. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I've got the full length reaction up on Patreon. If you guys like the content I put out on the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed. It really does help me out. Let's get into it.
Oh my god, the way you just said hey to me, you are so nice.
I am so scared.
On me, hug me.
I am so scared for her.
To try it. I'm so not depressed anymore. Try what? Ecstasy.
I am so not depressed anymore.
What the fuck is he doing in Colombia?
Guys, fucking cute.
Our families are friends. I've known him forever.
Hey! This is not good. We don't approve of this. I'm very scared for her well-being. Drug use is not good. This kind of drug use, for a depressed person using it as an escape, it's not good.
So, Jackie, you're in Nebraska?
Rutgers chapter, since freshman year. I came up here to see...
I was gonna say that the only reason he's here is to see you.
For you,
I'm just
first
free.
it's free.
Oh no. Is he doing this just to like get at Tony?
Just don't tell your dad.
I don't even talk to him anymore.
Yeah, okay. Next season you'll be best friends with him. Season 5 you'll hate him. Season 6 you'll love him. For the first half. For the second half you'll hate him.
Can fight you demir. You don't come say hello?
You come say hello to me.
Hey, come here.
Dog. I'm sorry, this fucking guy.
He's on a roll. Dude, I love him so much. Because I hate him. Oh, that's a great shot right there. They're disgusted with each other. Is the camera quality up or what's going on?
Not the time, Anthony.
Not a time.
That feels like a Western standoff, man.
Let's whack this cocksucker and be done with it. I'm here to enjoy myself.
No! Ew! Yucky.
No, Jackie, don't.
You heard what the fuck she said.
Sleep.
You drank too much fucking tequila.
Make sure she is okay.
I can't stop now.
Bro, Jackie. 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 You're treading some mighty thin fucking ice here. Not just with me. Okay? But with the tonester. For your own well-being. Even if you're a shitty human. Okay? And you like raping people. Okay? For your own well-being, be smart enough to understand that if you continue with this, you will be dead.
His star is rising. All those unions probably can't come near that kind of cash for us.
Well, if he's a good earner.
Guy like that, loose cannon. He'll be leaving your house, he'll pull a Jack Ruby on you.
We're gonna have to punch this fucking asshole.
I was a little surprised.
Are you gonna start on me now? Huh? He disrespected the Bing.
So? He's barred from the place.
He bashed that poor girl's brains in.
Now, hear you. I know. It was a tragedy. The fact is, though, she was not related to you by blood or marriage. She was not your gumad. Ralphie's a made guy, Tone. All things considered, he's got a legitimate beef. Make him disappear or make nice. You only got two choices.
He's a good, like... But here's the thing, I was gonna say he's a good, calm, right-hand man, but the thing is, with Silvio, he's like a bull. He sees the color red. He goes crazy. Just like every one of these guys.
Give him a piece of the casino. We're partnered with New York on that. And I don't want him that close to Johnny Sack. You could bump him up to captain. This is what he's been wanting, you know. Ralphie a fucking captain.
Yeah. I'm obviously not good at this. I would not be good at this, giving people raises and all that. My immediate gut reaction would be to give him captain and then be like, yo, it's not strike 3, it's strike 1.
His face when I turned down that drink. Buy me a drink, fuck you.
Baddest moment of my life.
But he did.
He's the boss. He can do what he wants.
I like these two scenes.
The made guy. Joe Volf on Mulberry Street. Exact same situation. He smacked that guy.
It's like the two rivals and they're going to their council. I love that shit.
I could see if it was his daughter, a niece of his. But all this over some dead hooah.
Hooah, dude! I might have to make a hooah comp... Okay, guys. I'm gonna be very honest, but when I finish the show, maybe like a year after, I'm gonna do a hooah ranking. Every time the word hooah is said, I'll rank it.
Thing with turkeys, they got no sense of direction. They're on their way to Food Emporium, and now look.
These guys are so stupid.
He refused to drink because she's a despicable fuck that I bitch slapped in a moment of very justified anger.
That sounds like a problem.
That fucking asshole's supposed to come to Thanksgiving with Rosalie.
No way he'll show.
I'm gonna give him the option? That cocksucker shouldn't even be there in the first place.
No, you don't like to be pinned down, but Thanksgiving, it would be very nice to be able to tell Carmela whether you're coming.
Fuck you, Mom! I've always hated you!
Great.
Meadow.
So, Thanksgiving, who's all coming this year?
Oh. She's going down the bad boy route. She tried the nice route. She's going down the bad boy route now.
Hello? Hey, Carm, it's Ro.
God, it is so weird that you just called. I just hung up with Meadow, and she was asking if Jackie was coming for Thanksgiving.
Oh, really? Jackie just asked me about her.
Oh, let's get them connected.
Romance novels, Rosalie.
Can you imagine the beautiful children, though?
Why do you adults talk like that?
I'm in tortillas, all right? I'm counting on you.
I'm looking for the recipe.
All right, bye.
What did you call for? Why did she call?
Dr. Akavi. Gloria Trillo. Globe Mercedes.
Haven't had one in a while. Stop it. I hate awkwardness and cringe.
I'm usually Thursday, but I had to reschedule because of the holiday.
Oh, this is when I usually come. I'm trying to, quit smoking.
Serial killer. Relationships.
So my original thought when she popped up was that this was a hallucination.
No problemo.
I told her she can have my appointment.
Actually, it is a little difficult getting away from work.
See?
I could see you tonight at 7.
Yeah. Thanks. How hard was that?
Not a hallucination? This is so terrible to do on such short notice, but I just got off the phone with Mom.
What's the matter?
It's my
Oh.
troubling test results, something to do with his white blood cells.
It's so cringy, Carmela. Put your foot down.
Ma just wants to have a quiet Thanksgiving. She said that they would have it, just the two of them, but
They should be with their family.
I feel so...
Oh, dude, Ralphie. This is so awkward. This episode's making me,
Caused the early retirement. somebody else. I think it was unimportant. He fucked up. Now, ordinarily, I would just, you know, put him out to pasture. But he's a very valuable piece of manpower.
Is it complicated by a personal relationship?
Yeah, a little bit.
Been reading that book you told me about. You know, The Art of War by Sun Tzu.
Where's it at? Right on this level, all the way down.
Balk the enemy's power. Force him to reveal himself.
I have to ask.
Are
Are
you
you
at
in
war?
any sort of danger?
No. Can I go on?
Nah, you're ruining the story.
I know. They read Prince Machiavelli. And I had Carmela go and get the Cliff Notes once, and he's okay.
I have to read that because I always use the word Machiavellian to describe my favorite type of characters, and I don't know the actual source material that well. So,
listen, I wanted to ask you about the girl, you know, that woman that was here today, the Mercedes sales lady.
You cannot ask.
I'm very sorry about the confusion.
What does somebody like that need a shrink for?
I can't talk about another patient.
Just
be vague.
It makes you wonder. That's all.
So, everyone has personal problems, and everyone has personal thoughts, and it's always nice to talk it out with someone. He doesn't see therapy as a talking; he sees it as like, I don't know, lessening his power. If that makes sense.
You don't have to stay for dessert if you don't want to.
Oh,
Jesus
asshole.
Christ, little manners, huh?
What'd she just say?
It's okay. Why don't you go see if Meadow wants to go to a movie or something?
Sure, Ma. Good dinner.
Stop squaring up to Ralphie every time he looks up. He pushes out his chest a little bit.
I'll put more coffee on.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Wrangler, Jesus, Ma.
Oh no! Is it just Jackie?
Hey.
Jackie, hi. I guess you know it.
Patty.
Hey.
Have you heard the good news? He is risen.
Sit down. We're gonna have some dirt.
I just figured I'd see if Meadow wanted to do something.
Hey!
Sure, I mean, I was gonna go over to Hunter's. You wanna go?
You wanna come to my house? You know what I'm saying?
Why don't you just beg and come to Dove's?
Hunter's expecting me.
Don't stop. It's gonna end horribly. Horribly.
You wanna know what I'm interested in?
Sex and drugs.
Baggy part of it. I'd like to be Hugo Boss.
Did you ever think of applying to FIT? It's supposed to be a good school for that.
School.
I wanna be with you so bad.
Is he Rizzy?
I can't, Jackie.
Come on, Meadow, don't go. Okay, there's no need to throw a temper tantrum and speed off like that. You asshole. You're gonna kill someone.
The Mercedes-Benz coupes and convertibles.
Oh my god, dude, he finds the minute he gets obsessed with something, he finds every little connection to it.
Yeah? He disinvited Ralph to Thanksgiving. No shit.
Oh my god, they're gossiping like little schoolgirls.
You heard what he did with Thanksgiving?
It's not good, Ralph.
Will you please tell me what I did to this guy? Turned down a drink? I wasn't thirsty.
Ralph.
Ever since I'm back from Miami, he's up my ass. I'm earning with 3 hands here, and it's still not good enough to satisfy this cocksucker.
You're a great earner. You're kind of fucking crazy though, Ralphie.
I'm telling you, John.
Oh, come on. Plot a little bit, Johnny.
Talk crazy. You want to commit suicide, pills are a lot easier.
What do you think Carmine would say if I wanted to switch families? Come with you guys.
Carmine doesn't know who you are.
Could tell him.
Ralph, listen to me. As a friend, I know Tony can be difficult. His father was the same, his uncle. They always need someone to demonize. But New York and Sopranos have long-standing...
I like Johnny.
Not for you or anybody else.
I want more of him. He was sort of like a looming entity the first 2 seasons.
On yourself with that girl.
A, she was a hooah.
Hooah.
B, she hit me. And
okay, he is
that wasn't my kid she was carrying.
very easily taking the top spot from Christopher for saying hooah.
Just tell Anthony you're sorry.
I was high, I admit it. And I swear to Christ, I'm not doing it anymore.
Tony, I'm sorry.
Fuck that, what good would it do?
It might save your life.
He hit me.
Ralphie.
He knows.
You don't think I know people are laughing behind my back?
Talk to Tony. I'm sure he'll make it right.
At this point, how?
Monday.
I don't know.
Dude, is it just me? Has the camera quality gotten so much better?
Ralph Cifaretto came by.
Yeah, what do you want? The fully fueled jet and a safe trip to the Pope?
He's running scared since you canceled that dinner.
Your opponent is of choleric temper. Irritate him.
He wants to apologize.
Oh, really?
Would that put this to rest?
If it's sincere, it might relieve me of a very unpleasant decision. The poor girl just had her 20th birthday.
Capo's what he mentioned. I threw cold water on it right away. But she was a whore, Tony.
You know, I don't want to talk about that situation ever again with anybody. You understand me?
It was just a suggestion. Keep a happy shop.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you say you weren't going to stick your beak in?
Can't two friends talk? He's delighted you want to see him.
He said that? That's great. That's fucking great news.
What'd I tell you?
Intermediary Johnny.
What's he gonna do to make that right?
Just talk to him. He indicated he's very open to working something out.
Thank you. Thank you. Anything. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I was kind of getting the feeling that Ralphie was working his way up to, like, buddy-buddy with Johnny, but now it just seems like he's in Johnny's pocket. Like, he owes him something now. Or at least that's what he's gonna think.
Sometimes I just want to scream in her face. Quit whining. No wonder he left you.
I love his face. Dude, I talk about it every episode. The resting faces in this show, unmatched. Olivia being the GOAT.
I have to sit there and take care of these people hour after hour with all their problems. And some of them are very real.
I love seeing... I love these therapy scenes because you get to see such a raw and human feeling from these complex characters.
It takes tremendous strength of will and inner resource to soldier on as you do at your work.
I try. I really do. It's just hard sometimes.
That's life right there. Not like putting her feelings down or anything like that. But I love how strong she is as a character to keep going. Oh, what the hell's gonna go down here? Are we gonna end with a understanding? I was gonna say agreement, but an understanding or a yelling match? Oh, I didn't see you there, Ralphie. Cringy, cringy. Get the cringe away.
Doing a lot of coke. I said some things and I did some things.
Oh, Tony ain't gonna give him a goddamn thing.
It's not gonna happen again.
What'd you do?
It's like talking to a kindergartner in the principal's office. Give him something, Tony. Get out of here, scram.
Something else?
Stop fucking scraping your fork against the plate.
Hey, Jake.
My wife made some turkey sandwiches. Anybody want?
Sandwiches. Why do they say it so badass?
Loaded from Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, 1980.
Always bloated.
Yeah. Want me to give him a call?
Please. Let's just enjoy the quiet, huh?
These guys they're like a bunch of gossiping little children. It's like any workplace. Not that they despise each other, but they all are fed up with each other's shit and they just keep talking about each other behind everyone's back.
Not a thing, John. Not a thank you, not an apology, nothing.
Let it cook.
Stand there like a servant.
Oh my god, he's whining like he's like oh my god, dude. I love him and I hate him. He's such a baby. He's a whiny baby. He's hypocritical. He's crazy.
Fuck the game. He's going down.
Oh, what are you fucking stupid coming in here talking to me like that?
I don't give a fuck anymore
Yo, you're gonna get yourself killed.
to this thing. And this is the thanks I get?
Gigi, are you okay? I am so glad I've never had this in my life.
It's Silvio Dante on the phone. You want to talk to him?
Wait.
Call him back.
They're my children, Thorne.
You seriously cannot be...
Hey! Godfather 2! He was in Godfather 2, which will be coming out soon. That's crazy!
A good kid, but you never should have put Gigi in there.
Strong. Good earner. Well respected.
Not by that crew. To them, he's a gibbeline coming over to butt in. They don't trust him. They undermine him. On top of that, you got Ralph now pissing in their ears. Any day you'll have a mutiny on your hands.
So I take Gigi out. What kind of message is that, son?
That you're indecisive. And
Give him his own crew! I don't know how this shit works.
What the fuck would I replace him with anyway?
all good questions.
Great. What's the fucking answer?
Who says there is one? That's what being a boss is. You steer the ship the best way you know. Sometimes it's smooth, sometimes you hit the rocks. In the meantime, you find your pleasures where you can.
About to go get a Mercedes.
How much longer, Skip?
Is he okay? Is he gonna die?
Jesus.
Have a heart attack? Oh, why? Yeah.
I don't feel a pulse.
Ralphie. Ralphie, you madman. Ralphie, you madman. No, you didn't. Don't tell me. Oh, Ralphie, no, you didn't.
Heart disease. The silent killer. Hey, there are worse ways to
If there's any chance that Ralphie did pull something.
So there's a vacancy. There's a lot of business to do. You thought about who it's gonna be?
The three fucking stooges. He's got his eyes are sparkly.
You are?
Nah, I'm
That's
fucking
great.
with you.
Oh, that's fucking great. Anthony, you're not gonna be sorry. Thank you. I need to hear it was merit.
Yeah.
And not just 'cause somebody was constipated and blew a gasket.
Get that attitude under fucking control.
Making a lot more money, Ralphie. So don't question. You want a captain? You're captain.
Oh my god. First of all, Tony, he's gonna hold a grudge. Ralphie's gonna hold a grudge. No matter what happens. Even if he was nice, even if Tony became best buddies with him.
Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
No, I'm scared. I'm scared. People. Meadow! Don't hit anyone, please. Meadow, stop. Meadow, you idiot. Oh.
Meadow!
Trying to show off to the poor guy.
Pull a tire.
But your car.
Fuck the car.
fine.
Call it installed.
Oh my god, Jackie, I am so sorry.
It's fine. Give me a little bit of payment now. No, 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 no.
You almost died.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, he's getting rizzy with her.
Taking you to Vessel like you wanted.
You love the car.
Meadow, you're going down a bad path here.
And we can match up the interiors with the exteriors.
Stop! I hate how this show makes me feel. Oh my god, I would be... If I was watching this alone, I'd pause it and I would push my head into my pillow for like 3 minutes because of how cringy this is.
Hey, it's you.
I had my eye on
How is this not a hallucination?
one of these.
You have good taste.
Yeah.
What if I take it for a test drive?
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
You have to be accompanied by a sales rep.
Anybody available?
Dale? Going out. 600.
We're about to get busy in the parking lot. Let's go, let's go. Tony is the definition of stagnation. Anytime he does something good, he does something bad. Anytime this. It's
It's Gloria Trillo. I'm really sorry, but I can't make it today.
Everything all right?
Yeah, fine.
Well, there was wine coolers.
Oh, what a great person, taking them away from therapy. Okay, that was the 8th episode of the 3rd season of The Sopranos. Obviously, another phenomenal episode. Really damn good episode. Probably my favorite episode in a couple episodes now. I love Ralphie, man. He's so... I don't know how to describe it. I think he's the perfect, like, whiny baby, yet his anger issues are so severe that I'm genuinely scared that he can do anything at any point. Anything could set him off, okay? Obviously, I said this, like, right when he was introduced. He felt to me very competent, if that makes sense. You know, I almost feel like he's exactly like Tony, where he's good at his job, but at the same time, he has these immense mood swings that sort of bring him down a couple pegs. I love... This is the first time in the show that I really felt like... Because again, this was my first piece of, like, mafia media I've ever really watched. Okay, and I'm still learning, like, the ins and outs and this and that. Okay, and obviously, this is an amazing mafia show, but just from what I'm seeing, I don't think this is, like... Maybe I'm wrong, you guys can correct me. But if someone was, like, trying to show me, like, the most in-depth analysis and rundown, top to bottom, like, showing how the mafia works, I don't think this is the best show for that. I think this is just, like, the ins and outs, like, the characters who are in the mafia doing what they do. It doesn't really, like, focus on the what's and the whens, if that makes sense. But this is the first time I felt like these guys were coworkers, if that makes sense. Like really strongly. Like, they had the workplace gossip and the arguments, the talk about raises and all that, and I really enjoyed it. Because it's like in an illegal business. It is an illegal business, and like these guys have these awkward relationships and this and that, and I really enjoyed this episode. Honestly, probably one of my top 3 episodes of the season so far. I really enjoyed that one. I loved the and I think every storyline was like this. How awkward and cringy everything was. Like, it just it made me like recoil with how yucky it was. The meta stuff is very interesting. I feel like and I felt like this was the definite from the very beginning. I feel like this was the role that the 2 children of the show, Meadow and AJ, were destined to sort of focus on, if that makes sense. The rebellious phase in this sort of almost felt like her sort of first big step into that. Sort of, I tried to go the nice way and I was spurned. So let me go the bad boy route. Let me see how this happens. Let me, but continue doing drugs. Let me make connections with, a mafia family member. and I enjoyed that. I think that again, the major point of the show is Tony Sopranos and the Sopranos. So that family dynamic is one of the most integral, most important parts of the show, and it's probably the part of the show that I enjoy the most. And I think that's with everything. Even I know Godfather 2 is going to come out in a couple days. But with the first two Godfather movies that I watched, my favorite parts of it was the family dynamic. The not necessarily the crime part. It was the family moments, the arguments. I really enjoyed that aspect. And I think that The Sopranos does an even better job with that. I want to just see them interact, and I feel like AJ has started like really dipping his toes into the rebellious phase too, and it makes sense. They have been, again, it's hard, and humans are complicated. They're hard to pin down into one category and on all that. But I would classify Tony as abusive. Um, I and I very obviously would say that in an abusive situation, lashing out is the most common thing to do, if that makes sense. They feel like they've been spurned, and they're doing something about it, if that makes sense. Not even spurned in like he did something inherently wrong to them, but he didn't treat them correctly, if that makes sense. If that even is a distinction that can be understood. That's how I feel about it. But speaking of meta, when is the FBI going to come get this lamp? I mean, I would assume that they have to go retrieve that as soon as possible. But it's been a couple episodes ago, so I don't know. I don't know. Again, going back to Ralphie, I gotta learn his actor's name. He does a phenomenal job. Like, he's so... Again, I think he does a great job of playing someone who is weak, who is sort of portraying himself, puffing out his feathers, trying to be pristine. Pristine? Did I say that right? As tough, as, big bad, made man, a capo, this, that, when he is a whiny, spoiled brat baby. And that's what, again, going back to what I said, that's why I love him. He's such a good... I don't know. It's hard to talk about all the characters because genuinely they're all absolutely incredible. Like, they're all so perfect. And they're all so different, if that makes sense. They're all very different. Another character whom I feel like, he's been sprinkled throughout the season, but I really feel like this was the first episode where he was a major part of it. I loved Jackie Jr. that episode too. He and it's the same exact thing with Meadow and AJ. I feel like he is just lashing out. He has been put into a tough scenario, if that makes sense. With I don't know, because I wouldn't say expectations, because I think out of all of the children in the show, he's the one was originally supposed to not be a part of this, but at a certain point, that's all you know. And I feel like that's an important detail, an important thematical recurrence that keeps happening in the show, especially when I think of a character like Christopher or Adriana or Carmela, even Tony. These guys have lived their life one way, and it's hard to change gears, to go the other way when that's all that you know. And I feel like specifically the show does an excellent, and I mean an excellent, better than any show I've ever seen, when it comes to that, like, the relationship side of that. Another great show, and I don't want to go too in depth with the spoilers or anything like that, but Better Call Saul does a great job at having a key relationship be very unhealthy, yet unhealthy and loving and close and deep, but also, again, toxic. And that sort of discussion around that, if the relationship is good, if it's worth it, if we're ruining each other, stuff like that. And I think that this show does an excellent job with that. Obviously, with the two big ones being Tony and Carmela and Christopher and Adriana, whom just feel like the younger and older, and Christopher in general feels just like a younger, less experienced version of Tony, if that makes sense. Adriana feels like Carmela. You know, obvious, direct parallels between those two couples right there, in my opinion. And I love the sort of, what's it called? Like, you can't fight it. Okay, every scene that Christopher and Adriana are in, I always go, oh, get out, leave, this, that, do this. But I feel like it is just inevitable that they will end up just like Tony and Carmela. I'm hoping not, because, again, you know, I'm speaking about this from the standpoint of a normal-ass, regular American citizen who is not doing anything crime-related, is not involved in any of that in any way that you guys know of. But so it's easy for me from being, you know, watching a TV show of people committing crime being like, hey, guys, crime is bad. Can you get out of there? Can you not do that? You guys' life would be better if you did that. But at the same time, maybe that is I don't want to say immature, 'cause I don't like calling myself immature, but looking at it through like lens that are too happy, if that makes sense. Because there is no guarantee that their life would be better. And specifically from Carmela, who is in the like advanced state of this sort of relationship with a mobster. In a lot of ways, her life has been made a lot better, a lot stress-free. The sort of riches part of it, the safety part of it, but the human connection part of it is not there. The, you know, abuse that she has been put through a lot is not there. And it sort of turned her into just a massive hypocrite, if that makes any sense. And I think, I said it a couple episodes ago, and I'm going to stand by it. I think that is why Carmela is my second favorite character of the show so far, and obviously my favorite character alive right now. I love, and I say this in every reaction, I don't know what this says about me, okay? But I love hypocritical, Machiavellian, negative stereotype, negative characteristic characters. They're just more intriguing, and they're more complex. And obviously you can have a good complex character who is, you know, a very, very, very light shade of gray. But I feel like the deeper gray you get, the more interesting the character becomes, at least for me. And I love the hypocritical nature of Carmela's character. She feels like 1 second she's trying to think of herself above everyone else, and then the other she sees her sort of what's the word? Not weakness, but how low she really is, and her constant struggle with that. That's why I am really looking forward to again, I don't know if it will ever get to the point of divorce. Okay, but I could definitely see it getting to the point where she really wants that. Maybe she even wants that now. Divorce is probably something she's thought back and forth on for 10 years. Whether or not she will actually have the guts to do it one day is the real question. And I'm just thinking back, I don't remember if it was last episode or the episode before, but that therapy scene with Carmela is one of my top 5 scenes of the show. Like, genuinely. I am so excited, and this is another thing. I've talked about it a little bit, and obviously I probably talked about it in the first episode of The Sopranos. I have a film degree, obviously, but I haven't watched a lot of shows, and I really haven't watched any movies at all because I sort of build everything up in my head, not like unhealthily, as in like it's a bad thing, a good thing. This is one of the great shows of all time, and I wanted to treat it with the time and care that it deserves because it is one of the all-time greats. But at the same time, as I'm watching it, almost like 50-50, almost as exciting and focused on as I am like understanding and enjoying the show on my first watch, I am also as equally excited to do a rewatch, if that makes sense. Because this is gonna be a great show. I already don't know if I've talked to you guys about this, but I've already set up a rewatch. In a couple weeks, I'm going to be rewatching the show with my aunt, not on the channel, but just, you know, personally. And I'm so excited for it to see not just what I missed, but seeing, because again, I don't, from the perspective of like me being new to mafia related media, maybe I might have missed a couple things, a couple names, a couple hierarchy things there, here and there. But I feel like for the most part, there isn't really a lot to miss plot wise. You just sort of see characters in different lights or get a different perspective, and I think that's what I'm really excited for, because this show is just a giant character study for me. That's why I absolutely love it. That's why it's the 100,000% going to end up being a top 10 show. Although this is another thing too. The main reason I started this channel was because I just wanted to watch amazing TV, and I wanted to, you know, give myself a reason to watch it, if that makes sense, and to indulge in it. So I also want to talk to people about it. I also want to give people recommendations, and I want you guys to give me as many recommendations as you guys want to. All that being said, I know I'd probably say about a third of the episodes of The Sopranos on the channel, I'd recommend Fargo. I've got a new show to recommend. I just started reacting to it on the channel. I don't know if you guys saw it, but you guys have to watch Severance. Very different than this show, but I don't want to be controversial here. I like it even more than The Sopranos. So I would definitely recommend that if you guys are interested in that. I might need to add a small, like, 2-minute section every episode just recommending you guys stuff I've seen. But yeah, I'm very excited for it. I'm loving this show so much. We're getting up to... I'm excited. I know I talked about it at the beginning of the season. I didn't really talk about it every episode, but we're getting up to episode 11, which for the past like 6 or 7 years, I've always been told, and not like in-depth conversations, but offhanded comments here and there, that Pine Barrens was the best episode of the show, and it was one of the best episodes of TV of all time. I'm interested to see if that's true, if that was like a folklore. I don't know, but Dace will 100,000 million, 200 million% be there for that episode. We apologize that she couldn't be here for this one or the next couple. Just working out some scheduling issues. But we're excited for that. She'll be back in a couple episodes or in a couple episodes. I think that's going to be it for this episode. I have yapped for quite long enough. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. I've got the full-length reaction up on Patreon. And if you guys like the content I put out on the channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. It really does help me out. I will see you guys Tuesday, I think, for the next episode of Sopranos. And I will see you guys, should be Monday, as long as I can finish editing it, Monday for Godfather Part 2. So look forward to that. You guys have a good one.